Drive.
Johnny, why do you even bother the homosexuals?
Well, sometimes some of these small cases do turn into a more serious case because the person gets excited when they are being arrested for even a minor violation sometimes, and winds up being a more serious case because of the excitement that they caused, and maybe fighting with a police officer to try to keep from going to jail. It turns into a more serious case then.
Back to the subject of the hookers, how do these hookers know to come to a town that's having conventions? How do they know that this is the place to be?
Well, they have booklets that show where conventions are going to be, and your major hotels in Atlanta, some of them are booked up as far as 1980 probably for conventions and all, and your out-of-town prostitutes do know this. They know when the convention and what convention is going to be in town, and they do travel to where the conventions is at, where the largest and the most people is going to be at.
What kind of conventions draw the most hookers?
The conventions where there's a lot of guys going to be there that are willing to spend a lot of money. That's the type of conventions they're looking for.
What would that translate to you? What kind of conventions would you be looking for?
Well, we look for any type conventions where all your hotels are sold out downtown. When they've got a sellout crowd, there's going to be a lot of prostitutes in town. Even your local prostitutes, not necessarily the out-of-town ones, but the local ones. Sometimes they don't work unless there is a lot of conventions in Atlanta and all the hotels are full. Then they'll come out and work on those nights.
All right.
Place your hands on the wagon up here. Spread your legs back. You have a weapon, a knife, anything on your person? Not even a little pocket knife. No hand grenades, machine guns, nothing. Huh? Want to step back again? Have a seat in that chair. Yes. Come on over here. You're going to search in there. Take your hands out of your pockets, sir. Put your hands up on the truck. Spread your legs back. Spread them back first. All right. Let's see, Mr. Langley? Yes. Philip?
I'm sorry.
He's just listening. Yeah.
No, sir.
Okay. You understand what the charges are? We're not going to go into the charges now about that. We'll just... I'm going to advise you now that you're under arrest for solicitation of sodomy, 2 counts. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed to you. If you can prove that you're an indigent person, that is a person without funds or a person that's unable to obtain funds. Do you understand your constitutional rights? Do you understand what you're being charged with? You're being charged with solicitation of sodomy. Police officer. Okay, we're not going to go into the case and discuss the case. We just... violation of the law. And just about everybody we get, I'd say 90% of them, have a bottle of it on them when they've been in that bookstore.
What do they call it?
Rush or locker room. Several different names for it, but it's all the same type substance. Same with it. And you see them in there, they snorting it or inhaling it in the bookstores. You see them in the back there just before they go in the booth with somebody else or something. They snort some of this stuff.
Amyl nitrate, that's what it is?
Well, I don't know if this is amyl nitrate. It's
supposed to be some synthetic amyl nitrate.
For this one, you can't charge them with 2 charges on the same ticket. You got to charge them simple battery and solicitation.
Every time we book a case in his time, suing him, he's got to pay.
What's he do, just tie you up in court?
We're going to wait a tomorrow night, you want to go
I will be working. Be you and Graham. Yeah, back.
She had a kid too. It was out in the car unattended. And then we go to the motel and have sex every other Tuesday.
And then they'll have codes and everything. We got an organized prostitution ring about a year ago where they had a regular Rolodex.
What, is it more difficult to get the high-class hooker than it is to get the street hooker?
Well,
You've really been pulling them in. You've got some new undercover agents out there. Do you feel like you can clean it up or stop it?
I don't feel that it can ever be stopped. I believe it can be driven out of the city or driven underground or be kept at this very minimum. But prostitution, as we all know, has been here since the beginning of time and probably will be. But we hope to put the hurt on them where they want to go to a town that's not quite as hard on them.
Do you think people want to stop it?
The general public, they cater to them, so apparently they want some prostitution so they can have some fun when they come in on conventions and in meetings and so forth.
A lot of the escort girls
Big falling off in the business.
That's right. There again, hey, she's turned quite a few tricks tonight. One.
Now, here's even a call girl's diary. She keeps a list of her customers and what she charges them. She meets a farmer down in Perry, Georgia, might stay 3 days for $500, and meets a dentist for $160. Charges different amounts for different customers, but keeps a diary so she knows what to charge.
Short, slender, petite, blonde. Well, how old is she? You have something older than that? Atlanta townhouse. All right.
Oh, we're police officers? Y'all under arrest, prostitution?
Hey, man, where's your clothes at?
You're an attorney, and if you listen to me, don't watch him, listen to me. You have a right to an attorney.
Well, he can't use that. I'm underage.
How old are you? Putting you in jail now, you're a kid. You're probably a runaway, aren't you?
Well,
And you're a minor. We're not interested, baby, in putting you in jail. We're interested in getting the people you work with. Have a police officer?
Goodness, who's that?
You have the right to remain silent. You see my badge?
That lady, ma'am, okay?
Did you get the 80 and the 50?
Nobody has asked you to
Where's
come
that?
out